What's going on, guys? Ted from Immersion here, and today I just wanted to do a short little kind of craft DIY video. Some of you guys, I've been getting more and more comments on this recently. Maybe you guys have seen or you're familiar with this. This is the D&D character Folio. This is an official Wizards of the Coast product. I did a review on it. I'll put a link in the description if you guys are curious to go check it out. But essentially what this is a laminated folder that on the inside has, you know, it's a pocket folder, front and back, and then all you've got in the middle is these sheets here to kind of hold your character sheets. You guys can see, you know, character sheets, and then right in the middle, it has a spot with some, you know, to hold spell cards, or, you know, index cards, or, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, Pokemon cards, whatever you want to put in here. And then behind that, it has more spots for more character sheets. So a lot of you guys are like, you know, I don't know how I feel about it. The spine, people are like this, I feel the spine is overly thick. It is soft. There is no rings in it, so it's not a binder. But I talked about in the video how you could easily create your own. So I said, you know what, I'm out. People are commenting and talking about making their own. Why don't I just do a quick video on that? This will run you anywhere from 10 if you're really thrifty and find it in a good spot. Maybe you have store credit at a place or something like that, to around 20 with shipping, depending on where you go. And for a while, they were very, very hard to find. So, if that's not your thing, also, it's Rage of Demons. You have Demogorgon here on the front, and you can't get it with anything else. It's made by Ultra Pro, so this is the people that do, you know, all the kind of binders and the playmats and things you guys are familiar with. So it's quality. But what if you don't ever plan on playing Out of the Abyss, or care about Demogorgon, want one with a dragon, or your own art, or whatever you decide? So I figured, I went out shopping today, and I said, let's do a little quick pickup and see what we can find. So, picked up a couple of different things today to show you guys just how cheap you can make these. You can make these for, you can make one for every character, you can make one big one. You obviously could do these with real hardcover binders if you want, or soft cover binders. I've done those before. I just find when I'm traveling places, when I'm at a gaming table, a big fold open binder just feels like it takes up a lot of space. But you can add more stuff to it, so that's your call. But these are cheap, kind of trying to replicate that character folio. So what I picked up one today, which is the first time I saw this, which is probably the closest to it, is this deluxe report cover by Avery. This thing ran me about $2, but as you can see here, there's no pockets. It's a laminated front cover. It's only got 2 rings in the middle, and it's kind of got this little pocket here. So we've got that. We've got the most expensive folder I picked up, which was a laminated 2-pocket folder. It's got the 3 rings in the middle, as you can see here. You know, and this is kind of this plasticky material. This was 50 cents. I got a thicker laminated paper one here. 2-pocket folder, again in the middle. This was about 30 cents. And the piece de resistance, my personal favorite and the one I use more than anything, is this very generic. I got these all at Walmart. You can probably spend more money at a Staples or a similar store, but this was 24 cents. Okay, this just blue folder here. So what do you do with these? It's easy enough. I mean, it's not rocket science, but I figured I would show you guys it anyway. I picked up, these are the economy pack of these kind of sheet protectors. I have a version of them here. This was the slightly more expensive, the 25 count. I went to, and at Walmart, actually it's just what I got. I went at Walmart and I went to look at the prices. These are significantly thicker. And you get 25. It turns out, as of today, the 20 count was $1 cheaper, or was actually, I think it was a little bit cheaper, maybe a little bit less, but you get 5 less. But these are a lot flimsier, and they seem to fit better in the folders than these thick ones. So let's give this a try. We'll start with our fancy one here. I've never tried this one before, so we don't actually know how this is going to work. But essentially, you're just, I mean, like I said, you're going to take this, slide it in here, and then does this one fold in half? Nope. Just down like that. And there we have it. We've got our one little page. upon closer inspection, I don't really like the way this one works. So I'm not going to use this one. That one's gone forever. Let's go to our middle one here, our plastic cover. We'll use the thicker one. We'll see how this works. We'll grab a couple of these thicker sheets, and we're going to stick these right here in the middle. Fold up our little tabs in the middle here. And see, the problem I ran into the first time was that these didn't want to fit with the one I was using, but it looks like these will. So we just push these all through. These ones actually do seem to fit. So we just go ahead and flip that over, put the tabs down, and there we have it. Here's our 2-pocket folder, folds up nice. I mean, there is almost zero profile on that compared to this. And I have a character sheet right here, so we'll go ahead and take the character sheet. He's got no spells, but that's okay. And this is again the thick laminate plastic. I think this actually might have been what I encountered the first time, is that now that I'm thinking back, is that the character sheets don't fit very well in these thicker plastic sleeves, which, or it is a, actually, let's see, because I remember I bought all these and then I remember not using them. I guess it does fit. It's just with these kind of the flimsier, cheaper ones, the sheets fit much easier. As you saw, it was kind of a little bit of a struggle to fit that one in there, as I struggle with this one, of course. Oh, there we go. So some of these you'll see they fit easier than others, but we're working on this one. So let's slide this sheet in right here, and then the final character sheet for a 5th edition character. Let's go ahead. Sorry, I could probably cut this so that you guys don't see me struggle, but where's the fun in that? So, there you have it. Works just the same. We've got our character sheet here, and we're good to go. Now, reasons, again, like I said in the character folio, reasons you want to do this. This sheet is now protected from any liquids, drinks, soda, coffee, whatever that gets spilled on this during the course of the game. It also allows you to use wet or dry erase markers. You can say, well, now I'm down to 30 hit points. The only problem you'll run into with wet erase or dry erase markers is that they'll rub off with the wet erase. That's not coming off. You can see that 30 that I just wrote right there, that doesn't come off. So then all you have to do is just wet your finger, and off it comes. So, we just did a character sheet. Well, let's say you have a spellcaster, and you have your DM or you have the spell cards. Well, you can just go ahead and buy the trading card pages like you would to keep your Magic cards, your Pokemon cards, whatever you have, your baseball cards. I don't want to discriminate against the sports fans. So we're going to throw in 3. This guy's a high-level caster. Alright. And let's see if these all fit on this particular binder. They do. So again, not that you might need, depending on how high you play. And the best part about this is if you can always go less, and if you do get, the game goes longer than you would initially anticipated, and you're going to end up getting more spells, well, then you can just add more. So there we go. Now, we have in the back here 3 of our trading cards. Do I have any spellbook cards around here in arm's reach? Surprisingly, no. Well, we've got, you know what, actually I do. I have a whole bunch of dice. I got some Drow racial cards here for Dancing Lights and Fairy Fire. So for those of you who are curious whether or not these fit, if you're making kind of your own, or you want to add something to it, or you just want to keep them all in one place rather than in the boxes, because as we know, the Gale Force 9 boxes fall apart. They fit perfectly fine in these trading card things, so you could just stop here, and that'd be it. You're done. You have your extremely thin, low profile. As of right now, this, with the 50-cent folder, maybe, I'll have my phone's off to the side there, but I had the exact amount. I took a bunch of pictures of everything. Doesn't cost you a whole lot to put this together. This, with the stuff that's in it currently, not including the spell cards, probably run you around $1.50. And if you go in with your buds and buy a pack of folders, get a set of these kind of sheet protectors, and the couple of the playing card protectors. Again, you guys may already have these from collectible card days, or still currently. This might cost you almost next to nothing. You might even have some of these folders in your house. So, and again, you still do have the 2 pockets on the side to store. Let's say you have some printed out sheets with your characters. Like here's some Blood Hunter stuff. Your Blood Hunter things, you can just go ahead and throw these right in the back, put them in your folder. But what I like to do, just as a little bit of an extra thing here, is I will just take some regular old 3-hole punched lined paper, and we'll just tack that right on the back, and fold down. And again, the benefit of this is this works for any character. You can swap these out, trade them out as you need be. Now you have in the back of your folder here some paper, so you can take your character notes. That way you're not scrambling on the, like I do, because I always forget to do this, where you're writing on the back sheet of a character sheet. You now have some paper. If you really needed to, say, write a note to somebody, you could write it and then, oops, rip the paper in half like an idiot. But you can pull the paper out, hand the paper off to somebody as need be. You can also get yourself the 3-hole punched graph paper, tack some of that into the back if you want, so you have if you drawing maps of the dungeon that you're in and you want to try to do it relatively easily without just get some footage, you can use the graph paper, add that to the back. If you do start using these and your DM starts to, the only problem you might see is this doesn't lay 100% flat, but it is super cheap. And how often are you really spending a huge amount of time where this is a big deal for you, looking at your spell sheets, or again, you've got your paper, which because of the spine you can fold over and can get that to lay flat. What I did when my players were all using these, I went online and I downloaded the templates for these spell cards, and I started printing out all my magic items, custom magic items or magic items from the book, on these card templates on cardstock, so that they could have a separate spot in, especially if it did had a lot of special abilities, they could just slot the cards right here in their character folios, whether they were the official D&D ones or homemade ones. That way they could keep track of things pretty easily and weren't kind of scribbling down notes which each thing did. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, these things do have 3-hole punches. You could, if you have a 3-hole punch, the DM gives you a map, you could pop a 3-hole punch on there and slide the map in the back, or just stick it in one of the pockets. Plus, I mean, this is Pat's right here. You get yourself some stickers, draw whatever you want on the front. You could go a little crazy and try to get one of the, the calculators that fit inside here. And, add this to the front so you've got a little calculator hanging in by the 3-hole punch. You could probably throw in a pencil case if you wanted to throw your pens, pencils, even your dice. Keep them all in one place, although you're going to get to folding less and less flat. But yeah, guys, for those of you who were saying this didn't sit flat enough and you thought the spine was too thick, we just basically put together one design for one character for probably much everything you're ever going to need for under $5. You can do it yourself. You can choose the color, you can choose the style, the design, whether you want this kind of plastic, the laminate, the cheapy paper format. You got a lot of options. Just don't go with that other one that I first had. Again, or go with a binder if you want, but if you want something a little bit smaller, compact, that you can just easily slide in and out, rather than something with an actual with the rings. Plus, these won't, kind of off-center, like that really annoying thing that 3-ring binders always do, where the 2 rings kind of offset. You don't have to worry about with these. Anyway, guys, this was kind of just a goofy little video that I thought about throwing together because I've been building a lot of new characters, and rather than building one massive character compendium, I like to have a bunch for a bunch of individual characters, so I can know at a quick glance, like, oh, I need my monk. Let me grab the orange folder. Oh, I need my paladin. Let me grab the black folder. That kind of stuff. So, again, you could also add more in the back if you're playing Adventure League to keep all your log sheets, or keep them in the back in the folder. You just throw in all of your different, your certs for your Adventure League items. You can probably get, just make a little pouch for all of those. Yeah, guys, I think this is kind of dumb, kind of a silly little video, but like I said, people are unaware. People, the worst thing here that I think is when you have a character sheet and you're just destroying it every week by erasing your hit points, erasing your your key points, your spell slots. The only problem you're gonna probably run into is your experience points. Though again, with a wet erase marker, you can keep your experience points in wet erase, and then you don't actually end up destroying your character sheet. But it's also protected from, spills and oopses, which is always nice. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have a couple of different little ideas for a couple dice rolling tray videos. I did one way back, but this one that I found recently is pretty good. So, let me know what you guys think. And if you want to see more of these kind of weird little D&D crafty videos out there, let me know. I'll see what other stuff I can come up with. And the whole time I was looking for cards, there's a box of arcane spell cards right there, out of frame, that I've been looking at the entire video. Oh well. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you next time.